Yo, yo, guys, what's up? Good morning, good morning. So, very interesting that we're pulling back here on the higher time frames. We did just sweep all of this liquidity to the downside. Let me just alert the Discord that I'm live quick, 1 second. Live now, YouTube. All right. Okay, so we did just sweep obvious sell side liquidity. We have retraced, it looks like to the 50% of the leg. Let's see. Not 100% yet, obviously, but we'll see. Yeah, so we did get 50% here. We did sweep the previous legs low, so I would not be surprised if we see a setup here. I will say this, guys, today I am not going to be trading with a live account. I took a very big sizable win yesterday, so there's no need for me to trade with big size today. But we'll see what we get here. Let me see if there's any equal highs that formed anywhere. Any equal highs here? Are these perfectly equal? It looks like they might be. So there's equal highs right there. Let me see if Asia or London formed any equal highs. No. So this is the primary objective. Maybe today, maybe not. We'd have to see how this bullish fair value gap fares and plays out. But nonetheless, I do expect us to get retracements. I don't know why we're pulling back so hard here. But it's undeniable that we've swept this obvious buy side or sell side liquidity. So we'll see how that fares out. Let me look at the VIX is up 5%. Interesting. But we closed this position out yesterday. For those of you guys who were in the Discord, you know that I took that. Let's look at the Mag 7. Tesla down at 5%, of course. VIX is up 7% now. And yeah, everything, it's a red day for everything, it looks like. What is the biggest loser today? MicroStrategy is down at 6%. Enphase is down 3%. So yeah, we'll see what we get here. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay, so we are rejecting from this bullish, this bearish fair value gap. All right, so let's see what we get. Yo, what's up, Kay? Good morning. So, let's see here. Major sell side, but this sell-off is pretty strong. Yesterday was crazy for me. Did you get a big win, Kay? You got that $900 win, right, on the funded? We have another set of sell side here. Yeah, it was a big day for me too. We had a huge move yesterday. So I really wasn't expecting to see this. I was expecting to see consolidation. So I'm not sure why we're getting such a big down move here. But we'll see. Oh my goodness. Right now, we've had a pretty big sell-off here. 200 points already today. This is insane. So to get up to highs, it's a 295 point move today, which I doubt we're going to get. We'll see. But again, guys, I am definitely not going to be trading on cash accounts today. We had a huge move yesterday. I don't want to see, I would love to see a good price action, but I'm not expecting to see a good price action after yesterday. But ultimately now we have two new targets, or three new targets even. We have equal highs up here, and the new week opening gap. And then obviously the hourly buy side above is going to be my last target for this leg of price. So we'll see how that all plays out. Whoops. And we're now trading into this bullish 15-minute, which we actually just closed below, which is not great, obviously, if you want bullishness. So the only other thing I can think of here, I mean, there's no other objectives in here. It's just this internal low. So we'll see what happens. But so far, not a huge fan of what I'm seeing on the higher time frames. I wanted to see continuation or consolidation today. I didn't want to see a 200-point drop. So we'll see what we get. But the equal highs, guys, are right here. So if you guys are looking for a potential target for the next few days, that's what I would look for. We rejected right before midnight. We came up earlier this morning. Let me see if there's anything really nice. This is a pretty good setup on the higher time frame. Sorry, on the 1 minute, looking at the higher time frame, we swept the buy side, we swept the equal highs. Then we had a really nice IFEG setup. You could target this internal low, which was pretty nice. And yeah, nothing else that I'm seeing here yet. Did anybody take any London or pre-market trades? Okay, I'm assuming you haven't taken a trade yet today, right? And I would definitely say if you have or if you're considering taking a trade today, I would definitely size down because you had a pretty big win yesterday. I know it was kind of accidental, but still. Good morning, Charlie. Good morning, sir. Again, guys, the only sell side I'm seeing right now is this hourly, so we'll have to see how we behave after sweeping it. But this is wild. To see another 200-point down move here is crazy. Oh, I want to see how HIMS is doing because I might want to continue adding to this position if we get a bigger downside move today. HIMS is down 4%. I might re-add this position. I think the only people in here are Discord members right now, so did I alert HIMS in the Discord, guys? Let me check if I did. I'm pretty sure I did, but if not, I will today. Swing trades, no. Options selling, no. Maybe I didn't. This is actually wild, guys. The swings in these markets. So you can see we've rejected the 4-hour fair value gap. We came up to the top of it and we immediately rejected. Was that the London area? No, that hit yesterday early in the afternoon session. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Kay said not taking any trades yet. I'm only taking A+, of course. Good idea. I'm going to be a little bit more cautious too for the next few days because I had a very big win yesterday. So I'm not going to be sizing up by any means. And especially today because we don't have any news, right? It's a no news Tuesday. You especially have to be cautious because you don't know what's going to happen here. Wow. I need to shave. This stash is getting thick. But you guys can see what am I drawn to here. I mean, after all these bullish PD rays have been violated to the downside, realistically this should hit. We have midnight opening price from the previous day right over here. So we'll see what happens once the sell side hits. But I'm thinking today is very likely going to be eval only. I don't think I'm going to be trading with anything else. And I'm probably going to keep today short, guys, because, again, it's a no news Tuesday. We had a huge move yesterday. And now we're already having a huge move in the AM session. So, like, I mean, I feel like the move has already been made today. And that they're just going to kind of like consolidate the market and just frustrate people. So just keep that in mind, guys. Remember, if you're in the Discord, every week I post in the economic calendar. And you can see today is the 18th, and we have no red folder news. We just have building permits, housing stats. I mean, nothing here is like a market mover. So I would be super cautious, not take anything silly, and yeah. So we did just sweep that sell side. So I would not be surprised if we end up retracing back up to this high. Label it in green. But again, if there's no setup, you don't take it. And if you are going to take it, I would only take it on eval. So there is a 1 minute fair value gap here. We have swept sell side. Well, let's make sure that it forms this IFEG, but we swept this low with all these candles, and we swept sell side liquidity. So if we are able to close this, we can try this on eval. It's not the best looking IFEG ever, but nonetheless, it looks okay. Chulo, how are we doing this morning? Very good, sir. Very good. As you guys know, again. Oh, why do you think price is coming down? Yeah, just to take out sell side liquidity. Okay. Think that we're coming down to sweep sell side. I mean, we had a higher time frame SMT here. We had a pretty bullish change in the state of delivery, so I think this is coming down to stop out buys, and I think we'll probably have a decent buy day. We'll see, though. I think this has the potential to reverse here to these highs, but again, there's no setup here, so I cannot take it. So again, guys, now we just have to sit because there's nothing here. Even though sell side got swept, I mean, that's great, but there's no setup here. I mean, maybe on the 30-second there is. Let's check. 30-second, there actually is a decent looking setup, but not great. So I wouldn't take it. 15-second, there actually is something that looks kind of nice, but again, I'm not going to take it, so. So I don't know if you guys have read the stats, but the last 2 days have been 90% days in the market. What that means, it's kind of like a rare event, but it's like, I think it's when 90% of stocks participate in the move. It rarely happens, but oftentimes it happens close to a stock market bottom. But I forget the stat exactly, but I think if there, so the last 2 days are 90% days. 100% of the time, if there are two 90% days in the market, let me go to the daily. So this day and this day, or this day and this day, these are two 90% green days. 100% of the time, we end up lower than the lows that formed after that up move. But 100% of the time, a year later, we are higher than we were when this up move ended. So 100% of the time, we are higher than this level on the daily a year after two 90% days. And 2 weeks later, we are oftentimes lower than the lows that formed in the market. So we'll see what happens, but it's just an interesting stat. I'll pull it up for you guys in the Discord when I find it again, but pretty good information. Okay, let's take a look at the rest of the market quick. How's ES performing? Whew, jeez. So there is currently an SMT with ES. ES is holding much stronger than NQ is, right? You can see that these internal lows that formed have been swept by NQ. And actually, the second set of sell side has been swept on NQ while ES is still holding these two. So essentially, it would be like NQ trading down here, which is wild. It's definitely uncorrelated today. Good morning. You still doing the March contract? Yeah. And the volume hasn't dried up yet, but I will be trading very soon. I'll probably end up. I'll switch over to the next contract in probably 5 or 10 days. So for those of you guys who don't know, there are different contracts for the futures contracts ES and NQ. So you can trade the continuous ones if you want. I don't. I trade the actual contracts themselves. So the next one we'll be rolling over to is the NQM at the end of March. And you'll see that the volume will start to dry up. So like if you notice, let me see. All the way back here, you see how the volume like dries up like this? This eventually will happen to the March contract. So we'll have to move over to the June. But not quite yet. I'm okay with it for now. Oh, if I've been mock trading and I'm scared. I've been giving myself a 50K account pretending like I'm getting payouts. So what are you scared about? Good morning, Robert, by the way. Good to see you, sir. So again, guys, there's really nothing here. And again, like I told you guys, we had a big day yesterday. There's no reason to be like sizing up here. This is an eval day for me only if I am going to take anything. And yeah. Keep getting in the hole and pulling myself out through scalps. I got to learn this, bro. Yeah. I mean, listen, Robert, I told you before, guys, this is not an easy journey. It takes a lot of practice, a lot of failures, and a lot of learning to be able to have the confidence to take setups and even the confidence to take a losing setup, which is tough, right? Yeah, Robert, there is a 0% chance you're going to be profitable taking 40 trades a day. 0. I will not sugarcoat it for you. There is no chance, especially as a new trader. The only people that are making money taking 40 trades a day are people that have a computerized system that helps them scalp. And those are very rare. I don't even know if it exists, honestly. But if you're taking, you got to be taking 1 or 2 trades maximum a day. Trust me, bro. Like, realistically, you honestly shouldn't even be clicking the button every single day. You should be executing on A+ days. Like yesterday, for me, was an A+ day. I took a London session trade. Unfortunately, the 2 A+ setups ended up failing yesterday. So if you were trading, I mean, listen, it was still an A+ day. You have to take the trades, but you have to be comfortable with taking those losers and stopping the trading after 2 trades. So, but luckily for me, I was able to find a London session trade, and I just held that. But yeah, you need to be able to execute on the best days. And today, I don't think is A+, and the reason being, again, guys, is because we had a huge move yesterday. Also, I'm very green, so there's no need for me to be putting on unnecessary risk here. We've already had a huge move today, 200 points. So the odds of us having a profitable AM session without chop are unlikely, right? Holding your trade till the 9 EMA broke the 5. I don't use those. Okay. I remember somebody posted about the 9 and the 5 EMA when I first started trading. And I was like, oh, this is crazy. I can't believe this works. But it only works on trend days. And if you end up having a consolidation day or something, and even on trend days, sometimes it doesn't. It's not. It's just, it's astrology. It's not real like candle science. It's not real price action. It's just using moving averages, which are they're not even. Don't use EMAs for day trading. I'm telling you right now, they suck. Would Apex call it high risk trading and deny? Probably, Robert, because you're not being consistent. Like if you're, I mean, it depends, bro. It depends, man. Somebody's gonna look at your trading and they're gonna say, "Is this guy know what he's doing? Is there a model behind his trading? Is there a pattern or consistency behind his scalping, or is he just clicking to click the buttons?" I entered with logical conviction. Good luck. Good luck explaining that to them if they deny you a payout. They want traders, guys, who have a consistent model and a consistent edge that execute not necessarily frequently, but execute consistently. I scalp using the failed swing patterns. Yeah, Robert, to be honest, I don't know, bro, if they're going to deny you or not. It's tough to say. Um, but I hope they don't. Again, I can only tell you guys that with my model, I haven't been denied a payout, so that's just me. But I don't know how they will react to your specific model. It sucks that I can't give you a straight answer, but yeah. So again, guys, I mean, look at this. Do I want to be part of this price action? Immediately looking at this. Let's see if somebody can tell me why do I not want to be a part of this price action right now. You can type it in the chat. See if somebody knows why I don't want to be part of this right now. There's two main reasons that I see. Also, guys, if you're in the stream, make sure you like the stream. It will help the algos a lot for other people to see this. Bro, I sold some calls on Nike. We have 3 days left on the contract. There are 80 calls. So as long as Nike's not above 80, I should be at 100% profit. And I only have 33% profit because Nike has an earnings call on Friday. So, or actually on Thursday, which is tomorrow. Is today Tuesday? So in 2 days. So it's not giving me my full premium yet. Robert, Wix and no respected fair value gaps or IFEG. I wouldn't say no respected ones because there are fair value gaps are being respected. So that's not the answer I'm looking for. I need to hear from somebody else. Or if you have a better answer. Wix though is part of the answer. That's for sure. Wix is part of the answer. Manipulation because FOMC tomorrow. There we go, Rachel. That's a big one. I didn't mention that today. So pretty much we've had a sizable move already today. We have FOMC tomorrow. That's pretty much the main ones. But if we look at the price action that we see right now, look at this PA. So Robert mentioned this. Look at the wicks here, okay? Are there any fair value gaps being formed in this leg of price? We just moved 200 points, okay? Do you think that the market is just going to completely reverse here and go to the upside? Probably not. We have FOMC tomorrow. So everything you see is probably manipulation. My guess, guys, is that all the equal highs up here, I mean, if we have a huge FOMC reaction, like let's say we have a surprise rate cut in the markets tomorrow, this market is going to boom like you haven't seen, and the 830 candle is going to come up and sweep all of these equal highs and this new week opening gap. So don't be surprised, guys. Our unemployment is going up because of Doge and all the Fed job cuts. Inflation is coming down more than they expect. I wouldn't be surprised if we have a rate cut. So we'll see what happens. Not the market is not pricing it in. I honestly doubt that we're going to have one tomorrow, but in the next FOMC meeting, definitely there's a possibility that we have a surprise rate cut. But if we somehow miraculously have it tomorrow, which I doubt, you're going to see massive candles. But yeah, so we'll see what we get here. But I'm realistically, guys, not going to be taking any live account trades today, eval only. Again, we had a very, very nice day yesterday, so. Yeah, so I don't use trailing drawdown, Robert. I think it's dumb. The reason that trailing drawdown is dumb is that there's no science behind where you're moving your stop loss. Like, for example, yesterday, I left my runners on my eval and my funded accounts below this low right here, the body of this candle, or where was it? Hold on. The body of this candle right here. And you can see that we never swept the low, and we just pumped all day. And if you use trailing drawdown, it would have moved your stops higher. So there has to be a reason behind why you're moving your stop loss. So I think that they're dumb. Rachel said she's taken 2 losses today. Got it, Rachel. If you've taken 2 losses, even if they're small, probably means that the price action is bad or that your bias is wrong. Excuse me. So I would probably stay out, but yeah. So break even or nothing, I got you. I notice you do that very often, almost every trade. Depends on the day and depends on the setup, but a lot of the times, yes, I move my stop to break even very quickly because if I'm correct and the move should just go, the move should just happen in that leg of price. Thank you, Mark, for the bless you. So yeah, I move my stops to break even often very quickly, and I cut my losses very quickly too, most of the time. But again, for those of you guys who are learning the markets, you have to understand when we have a huge move the day before and a huge move in the AM session, the likelihood that when you step into the markets here and you're going to get an A+ setup is slim to none, and you're likely to get chopped out. Right? We go from distribution in the markets to consolidation. Then typically we get a manipulation and then more distribution. So my guess is that the AM session is going to be a consolidation. Maybe we get a manipulation distribution of the upside in the PM session, but the odds of that are slim because tomorrow's FOMC. Okay, I'll be right back, guys. Give me a second. Yo, I'm just going to get my coffee, so I'll be right back in 2 minutes. right. What happened? Just like I expected. Nothing. So stalling means to raise our awareness on PA, meaning if our conviction and confluence are aligned with PA stalls, we should be aware. Yeah, but also like just think logically, right? We've had a huge 200-point move in the AM session from like 8 o'clock to now. So realistically, when we have a distribution phase, which is when we have a big move, we are extremely likely to consolidate. So if you're looking for like scalping, then the best thing you can do in these areas is probably to target the internal highs and internal lows or get close to them. So like selling the lows and buying, selling the highs and buying the lows. Buying the lows and shorting the highs is objectively what you could do here. But there's no science to it, so I don't do it. Rachel, don't drink caffeine before you trade. I heard it from someone a while ago. I love drinking caffeine before I trade. That's not coffee. Sounds like a barber shop. Yeah, it's an espresso machine. I normally don't drink espresso because I don't know if you guys know this, but I'm like kind of like a health nut, and the coffee pods are made of aluminum, so I don't try. I'm normally not trying to drink from them, but I forgot to buy my coffee from Sprout, so I've been forced to drink Nespresso. You know that machine that goes. Interesting. So I'm looking at QQQ. QQQ made a lower high here. I mean a lower low, and we're making a higher low. Let's look at ES quick. Ooh, SMT, SMT. There is a 1 minute fair value gap here. But again, guys, I'm not trying to be a part of this. Barber Clipper Latte. So there's the close above. In theory, these highs should come, guys. But why do I not want to enter this? Number one, this is a tiny fair value gap. Number two, we're in a consolidation phase, and I bet you this is going to fail. And number three, it's just dumb. So looking at the 2 and the 3, there's nothing. Yeah, guys, this is the type of day where I would immediately leave the computer. Personally, I would leave the computer today and I would come back in the PM session. Or just be done. Especially if you had a big day yesterday, like I did. There's no need to be putting unnecessary risk into the markets here, right? There's absolutely no reason. So we are retesting the 1. Then in theory, guys, this could go up here. But do I think this is A+? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'm gonna for sure do that. What time will you be on again today? I probably won't be on again on YouTube, Rachel. If I see anything, I'm gonna call it in the Discord. I'm not gonna go live on YouTube twice in a day. But if I see something really good in the PM session, I will post it in the Discord. But I'm just here live on YouTube today to basically teach you guys what bad price action could look like, because I expect that today. I really wasn't expecting a 200-point delivery to the downside, I'll be honest with you. I was expecting consolidation up here before FOMC. So yeah, realistically, I won't be on today. Even if there is an A+ setup, I don't think I would even take it just because of the fact that we have FOMC tomorrow, right? Have to be super careful. I do want to see something though. So guys, this is something I want you to study. If you don't really understand IFEGs yet, you know we're in a consolidation phase. I'm telling you this is not A+. Let's see if it ends up working to the upside. Can it? Absolutely. But I don't like taking these types of trades. Hims at 3308. Okay, so let's see if this 1 minute fails or it doesn't, because again, am I taking this? No. Also, oh, okay guys, I just got an alert on one of the stocks that I'm looking to add for the long term. Let me see here. Okay, I just got an alert on one of my fave stocks that has sold off very nicely over the last... How many days is this? Since... Look, I actually it's popping up on the screen over here, but you guys can't see it. So I'm going to alert the Discord about this, but this is a stock that I've been looking to add since June of last year. I will give you a hint. It is a food company. They distribute food products. Okay, also no liquidity sweep. Well, there was an SMT with ES, so there technically is a liquidity sweep, right? There is an SMT, and we did get this liquidity swept, and major high time frame liquidity got swept, so I wouldn't be surprised. Robert Kraft Foods. Nope, it's not Kraft. They sell food, but I won't tell you more than that because I want to save it for the Discord. But they're down 30% from highs starting right now, and they just took out major sell side liquidity. So I'm going to be adding for the long term. I think there is potential they go lower, but this is a good spot to add, in my opinion. Donna, 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 Donna. I'm not going to tell you guys what it is. You guys just heard me buy it. Okay, where is my Discord, bro? Okay, let's alert them. So I'm just studying here, guys, to see how this 1 minute behaves. By the way, it might look like I'm looking you guys dead in the eyes through the camera, but I'm typing right in the chat box right above my camera, so... Wow. I'm going to add a little humor to it. All right. Hold on, guys. I'll keep reading price in a second, but you can see the 1 minute is holding, but we keep sweeping buy side, not really cleanly delivering, but possible that this high comes now, but again, I'm not interested in being part of this personally. Okay, Discord or whatever premium members, I just added the long-term position that I just purchased, so go check that out in the long-term stock ads section. What else has been selling off like crazy? Boeing. How is Boeing doing now? Okay, Boeing. So I'll give you guys this. This looks like a pretty decent ad for a long-term position or a swing trade here. We're delivering from this bullish daily fair value gap, or this IFVG, and now we inversed a bunch of daily gaps. So I wouldn't be surprised if we come back up here at minimum to this high where you could move your stop to break even at 164 and then target higher. Okay, look, failed IFVG. Or it's about to fail. Let's see. So, oh shit. What is IPDA? Interprice. I think it's IP. I don't even know what it stands for. It's an ICT concept, I believe, but I think it means like if you have an up move, I don't know. It's like I think it's something to do with like enterprise algorithm delivery or something, but I believe it happens like this when we have consolidation after a big move and then continuation. I think this is IPDA, but I don't really care about that. It's kind of a dumb term to me. Doesn't really make any sense. Not that it doesn't make sense, but it's like, I don't know. I don't really care about terms more so than the price action itself, but yeah. People like to use fancy terms, but at the end of the day, it's really all about price action. I mean, you can use the terms to obviously explain what you're looking at, but I don't know. IPDA, it just is another word for like algorithmic price action, I think. I don't know if he has a specific time that he uses IPDA, but didn't really pay attention to that section of his playlists. ICT. Um, all right. I believe you too. I think the price does speak, but sometimes she's a lion who's. She speaks Sweet, and then strips you of your account. Uh, Charlie, what section of Discord you list the symbol? Charlie, go to the long-term ad section. So I don't know, Charlie, if maybe I mean it says here that you're let me look at the Discord and make sure that you're um do you see the long-term ad section, Charlie? Because it says here that you're part of premium. I don't know if you're verified. First of all, go to the general channel and click the green checkbox to make sure you're verified, and then you'll see all my premium tabs. So under the Checkmate Trader, there's a long-term ad section, and you'll see all the long-term positions. Let me know if you found it. It's a food company, so you'll see what it is. Do 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 do. So you can see here we closed below the woman at IFEG here, closed above it, closed below it. This is again signifying that PA is going to be bad. I told you guys that this is going to happen. You need to learn how to read price. Distribution leg, and then we have consolidation normally. The market moves like this. Let me use a brush. So if we have big down moves, oftentimes we will chop around before manipulating higher and then going lower. Or the opposite. If we're in an uptrend, if we have a big move, we consolidate for a big period of time. Then we'll manipulate lower and then get the up move. So I'm always looking to enter price here and here in the manipulation leg. Right? Sometimes I do this in the AM session where they'll sweep a high. They'll deliver a manipulation, and then we'll get an A plus IFEG after this liquidity sweep. And then we'll go lower, and then vice versa. We consolidate, we manipulate, sweep all this liquidity here. Then we look for an A plus IFEG in this leg of price before going higher to our ultimate target. All right, let me get rid of all those drawings. So I hope that makes sense, guys. Okay, perfect, Charlie. I see it. I see it. I see a buy model. It feels like it feels awesome to be able to see it. I'm telling you guys, it takes time, but when you can start to read price, it really changes the game for your entries, your exits, your profitability. So. Okay, so there's the internal high that just got swept here. Guessing this buy side is coming, but again, guys, I do not want to be part of this PA. This is not good PA, not anything I want to be part of personally. Dude, Google is collapsing. Let me take a look at Google quick. Down 4% on the day. So is Meta. Wow. So I'm thinking with Google, I did add my first set of DCA for Google here, but I'm thinking that we're going to fill this daily gap on Google. So my next ads will be in this 140 something section, and then if we end up somehow being able to sweep other liquidity here, I'll add further. But I mean, if you look at this is the weekly chart. Sorry, that was a weekly volume imbalance, not a daily gap. But on the daily, we have swept the 300-day moving average. So anything below the 300-day moving average on the Mag 7, Google, Amazon, Apple, Tesla, I think are great ads. Amazon is a little bit more expensive than Google, PE ratio-wise, but nonetheless trading at its 300-day, good ad zone. Apple, I don't want to be a part of. I don't like Apple as a company anymore. I think that they are slowing down their growth. They've been basically living off the iPhone for like 20 plus years, it feels like, and they're not innovating. And if they do innovate, it's shitty. Like the Vision Pro, I think it's a stupid product. Yeah, so. All right, guys, I'll be right back. But you can see here, guys, this PA is shitty. But yeah, I'll be right back. If you look at the 1 minute time frame, price dipped back into a very small order block before moving higher. Just couldn't see it playing out inside the consolidation. Price up previously in the leg. Yeah, but like I don't pay attention to like this as an order block. I mean, if you're really doing high time or low time frame scalps, like the 30-second, 15 maybe, but that's when the Apple Car drops. You know they canceled the Apple Car project? Okay, so again, guys, no continuation here. Just like, do I really want to be part of this? Absolutely not. Like, thank God I'm not trading this, but I hope you guys understand um, why I feel that this is not a good spot to be trading. If you don't understand, you can comment again and I'll explain it one more time. But I hope you guys realize why that is. Wow, Target. Target is not getting a break at all. Target has dropped 61% from highs. That's wild. $47 billion. How's ES doing? Same thing, just consolidating, doing nothing. High time frame wise, crazy. So the 50% of the leg, you can see there's no respect to the 50%, which is not a good sign for bulls here. We were trading into this order block on the hourly. So this could be a reversal spot, but I'm not interested in being part of this leg of price right here. If we can get a sweep of the lows and get a really nice IFEG down here, maybe we can take something on eval, target the internal high here. But until then, nothing that I really like here at all. Whew. Yeah, so I think what I'm going to do here, guys, I mean, realistically, I don't see anything that's going to play out. I mean, maybe we'll wait like until the end of this macro. How about that? We'll wait until the 11:10 macro is done. I'll see if there's anything really nice that forms, and if not, we'll move over to the Discord and I'll call stuff if I see it. But doesn't look like this AM session is something I want to be a part of. Did you take that 5-minute IFEG yesterday? I did take a 5-minute IFEG. The one that worked. Evan, if you go to the Discord, you'll see that I alerted it, but personally I was already in, so. 26 filled orders considering I scalp. You know, Robert, I can't tell you what's good and what's bad. At the end of the day, profitability is what matters. If you are able to consistently take 26 trades in a day and be profitable, and there's actually a model and a system behind it, then yeah, I would say that's fine. But I've never really met anybody, and nor have I seen somebody who's consistently taking 26 trades and being profitable. But again, could you be that select few that is? Yes, I'm not saying that you can't be. I don't want to destroy your hopes and dreams. But it really depends on you, how consistent you are, and if you walk away green at the end of the day, right? If you actually have a back-tested model that works, then why not have 26 trades, right? Yeah, Robert, I think we should open a side part of the Discord for you so you can teach everyone how to have 100% win rate, 26 trades. Listen, Robert, you for sure can. It's possible, but I don't think I've ever seen it. But there are definitely people that take scalps and end up being profitable. Just not me. I don't do well taking like intraday little swings like that. It ends up, for me personally, it ends up leading to over trading and tilt trading. For me, taking 1 or 2 trades max a day is all that I really need. So there's an IFEG here. Let's see what happens in this one. Definitely not all profit yet. Yeah, no, anybody who's taking 26 trades, if you're 100% profitable, I wouldn't believe you. It's like almost impossible, especially scalping. So technically we did sweep some liquidity to the downside here, but again, guys, this to me is a consolidation phase. I'm not interested in being part of this. Robert, will a prop firm fail me? Didn't we already talk about this? What do you mean will they fail you? Didn't we already talk about prop firms and how they work? And I said I don't know if they would fail you based on a scalping model. You just have to prove to them that you're profitable over time. Like if you can take, for example, Robert, if you pass your eval account, the work fume's getting to me. If you pass an eval in, let's say, a month, and you take trades every single day for 30 days, and you're green 65 or 70% of the time, they're gonna give you a funded account for sure. But if you're like super inconsistent and you have big losing days and small winning days and then like a random big winning day, if they don't see consistency throughout your trading, then they're probably not going to give you, they're not going to pay you out. So if you can prove consistency, I think that they'll pay you out. That's all that I can say. They just want to see consistency. That's it. Okay, so again, guys, I'm staying on until the end of this macro. Don't want to be part of this consolidation here. This is just dumb to be a part of. Look at this PA. Like, is this something you want to be taking trades in? Hell no. You guys just need to learn when price action is going to be good or when it's going to be bad. And this is bad PA after a distribution like. I'll repeat myself for the people who are just coming into the stream that have no idea what I'm talking about. Do 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 do. Hello, it's me, Smarika from Nepal. Smarika, I was just watching a movie about Mount Everest called Everest. Really good movie. Can you teach me from the beginning? Smarika, do you see how that's very tough for me to do? It took me 5 years. I've been studying price action for 5 years. So for me to teach you from the beginning on this stream would be very tough. The first thing I would suggest to you, go to my YouTube and find the playlist that I made called ICT Mentorship Playlist. Let me pull it up on my screen so you guys can see what I'm talking about. There's 4 videos. Actually, this is what it looks like. Where is it? So it looks like this on my YouTube. Free ICT mentorship. Look for part 1 and just watch from part 1 to part 4 so you understand the basics behind my model and how I trade. And you can go from there. If you guys want, okay, I'm going to post the Discord too again. I always do it, but if you guys want to join the Discord, where you get coaching calls and live call outs, and I do daily reviews every single day of the market, so what happened and why. You guys can be a part of it, and I can teach you from there. But if you guys want free education, it's everything you could ever search for is on YouTube. And that mentorship that I made, I'm trying to add more and more courses to it, or more and more lessons. But for now, those 4 lessons I've created, the 4 parts, I keep them brief, like 20 minutes. And they teach the general basics behind the trading. Robert, I only took so many Tristan because I had to get out of red. Yeah, Robert, what you have to learn, brother, is that if you're red for the day, you either need to stop trading, or actually you just need to stop trading, especially if you've taken 2 big losses. Don't try and win back your losses, guys. Most of the time it ends up being a losing battle, and you end up going on tilt and blowing an account. Don't chase price. Don't over trade. I'm telling you guys, it's the worst thing you can do. Oh, if you're getting popular. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see, Kay, over time. But again, guys, the main lesson and the main reason I came on today is to explain to you guys that I wouldn't say I predicted this, but I said this is very likely to happen, right? That we're just going to chop around after a distribution leg, and you can see here that price is not delivering. It's not sweeping sell side. It's not sweeping full buy side, and it's kind of chopping around in this range. And that is the main lesson I want you guys to know. If you have a big AM session, then you are very likely to consolidate and then have a manipulation phase to go back up or continue down. It just depends. So if that makes sense to you guys, you can type 1. If it doesn't make sense to you, type 2, and I'll explain it one more time. Okay. And again, guys, I'm going to stay on until the macro. Once we're done with the macro, if I do see something A+ later in the day, I will call it in the Discord. But I will tell you guys again, it was a big day for me yesterday. There's no need for me to chase price. I took an A+ setup, which I'll actually show again on the screen. So yesterday, where is it? Right here. So this was the Asia session. So Sunday, we opened right here. We manipulated up, traded into this bearish 5-minute fair value gap, this big down close candle. We rejected. Here, we had an SMT with ES. If I go back to ES on the 5-minute chart, we'll go back to the London session. Look how ES made a lower low. All right, I'm going to label this SMT so you guys can see. That's what an SMT means. When one chart makes a lower low and the other chart makes a higher low, like this is called an SMT. It basically signifies potential reversals, okay? In the Discord, guys, and I'll show you guys this too, on the hourly, I told you guys that we were very likely to trade into well, I showed you on the hourly, but on the 15-minute chart, we had this bullish 15-minute fair value gap. I said we're very likely to trade into that and then continue higher. And you can see in the Discord, I'll literally show you guys under the market overview. Or was it the economic calendar? Look at this post that I made. This is the hourly chart. I said we were likely to come down into this 15-minute fair value gap after doing the change of state of delivery, and that we were going to target the equal highs, at least the first set of equal highs. I thought we'd go higher over the next 2 days, but we didn't. So far, we're rejecting, but we traded into this, and then look what happened on the 15-minute chart and the hourly. We traded into this bullish fair value gap, and we went higher. So, but anyways, there was an SMT on the 5-minute, and this sweep of liquidity right here paired with this bearish 5-minute IFEG. I took the entry here on all of my funded and my eval accounts, and I took partials at this high, at this high, at this high, and then at the equal highs up here, wherever they were, like somewhere in this general area. I don't have them on the charts anymore, but this is an example of an A+ setup, and I'm looking for that every single day. So yeah. Okay, so failure, rejection from the 1 minute. So we'll see what happens from here. But now that we have swept these lows, we can anticipate a potential reversal. But we'll see. We're trading back into this hourly order block. Let me look at the 4-hour chart quick. But yeah, definitely not what I expected. Robert, yeah, I saw that, but didn't know what it meant. Not sure what that means, Robert. Didn't know what meant. The SMT? Also, guys, another thing to note. Okay, I'll show you in the Discord again. Every Sunday I post this, but you can see tomorrow we have the FOMC meeting. Right? We have red folder news at 2 o'clock. It's the FOMC conference meeting. And it's very likely that we're going to have a very lackluster day full of manipulation preparing for tomorrow. So I very likely will not be taking anything today. Robert, I saw that too, but wasn't confident enough to take it. Right now I'm working on growing confidence for sure, Robert. And that just comes with screen time. The more you practice, the more you see price play out, the more confidence you will have on taking trades. 100%. Oh my goodness. Oh. Okay, so the macro is close to being done. We got 7 minutes. Robert, I remember when you had 1.1. Let's go. Appreciate that, bro. Yeah, my goal is I want to have 5,000 by the end of the year. It's definitely been slowing down though. Like I've been stuck at 1.6 for quite a while. But again, I'm not really concerned about growing too much. I'd love to grow, but the objective here is to teach people as much as I can education-wise. And sometimes that means having like a concentrated group of people that are more focused rather than having like a bunch of people that like randomly show up at different times. But yeah, ideally it's to build like a loyal group of students that want to learn and continue to come back so that they can learn, but also growing too. But yeah, I'd rather have a condensed group of people that want to learn than like a large like net of people that kind of like are half-assing it, right? I'm really excited for Nike earnings though. Nike earnings come out on the 20th, so we got 2 days. Okay, let's see how this 30-second plays out on NQ. This is one of my eval accounts, by the way, guys. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys, I officially passed 1 Top Step X. So this is the second Top Step account that I'm trying to pass here. So the goal is to copy trade. I haven't taken any funded account trades yet. But I'm trying to build up, like, have maybe 10 funded accounts on Top Step X. And eventually copy trade, so. Did they change the max from 5? I don't know, Tristan. I have no idea how many they allow. Do they have a maximum? Oh no, Robert. So the beautiful part about Top Step X, like I told you guys, if you go to the settings, you can have a limit to how many trades you take. So there's a copy trading tab here, data, whatever, and then you can set a max daily loss and a max amount of trades. So no way in hell I'm taking more than 2 trades. But how does it work, Tristan? Do they only allow 5 funded accounts on Top Step X to copy trade? Ideally, I'd love to have 20 in the future. Okay, I'll reach out to them and see. Because if it's only 5, then I might want to do not 50K accounts, maybe 100K accounts or something. Then I also heard that if they ask you to be a live trader, that you can't copy trade. So that's what I fear, that I dread the email. One of my friends who's been using TopStep for a long time, um, yeah, Apex is 20. I know that for sure. One of my friends who's on Top Step, they asked him to trade a live account and he accepted it. And then he found out afterwards that they don't allow copy trading on a live account and that you just have to trade with bigger size on like a bigger funded account, which is not ideal. Honestly, for psychology's sake, I prefer trading with 50Ks and trading with smaller size. But in the grand scheme of things, it really is the same thing. So if this 30-second close is above, I think this is a decent 30-second long. Really, you want to wait for the 1 as well, but I don't even want to trade, guys, really. This is not a good day. I'm telling you right now. There is 2 minutes left until um, this macro time ends, so I will be off once the 2-minute timer ends, guys. Still been live for an hour and 20, so it's not like we haven't been on at all. So I'm going to work on a market write-up for the Discord with a lot of different stats that I see for the market as a whole. For those of you guys who are long-term investors and just like want to add to your long-term portfolios, I'll show you historically what happens in these types of environments in the market. So I'll post that later today. I'm going to work on it. And yeah, if I do see something A plus later today, we'll call it. I will note that this could be the manipulation leg, and if we close above these 2 bearish 1-minute fair value gaps, then we will probably go back up to buy side here. Could be your target or these internal highs right here. But yeah, I think that'll be it, guys. We got 10 seconds left, so I appreciate your time, and I will see you guys in the Discord. All right, peace.